The palace of Versailles glittered with chandeliers, gold, and gossip. But one rumor stood out: a black child born to a white queen. A scandal the crown tried to bury in silk and silence. Queen Maria Theresa of Spain, wife of Louis XIV, bore several children. But court whispers insisted she had a secret child by someone no one expected: an African dwarf named Nabo. This was no simple court servant. Nabo, gifted to the queen by a noble, amused her with wit and charm. His presence was exotic, entertaining. Then came a pregnancy and a very dark-skinned baby. Records say that in 1664, the queen gave birth to Marie-Anne, who died in a month. But rumors flew that another child was born black, healthy, and quietly removed from court. That child, they said, was Louise Marie-Thérèse, later known as the Black Nun of Moret, a real nun. With dark skin, living in luxury, and treated like royalty by the royal family. Voltaire wrote that she was the queen's daughter. St. Simon said she called the dauphin my brother. The king granted her a pension. Why, nuns didn't get pensions, royals did. She lived cloistered, but not forgotten. Madame de Maintenon visited. So did Voltaire. Everyone knew of her. Everyone wondered. Was she the hidden daughter of the queen? The queen never addressed the scandal. She didn't deny it. Some claimed the baby was black because of a fright. Others said she was switched, but the gossip spread like wildfire, and Nabo disappeared. Some said he was killed. Others claimed he was imprisoned. A few insisted he was the real man in the iron mask, locked away to hide royal shame. The story held, even centuries later, a black nun with royal blood, locked in silence. France's perfect paradox, a court obsessed with appearances, hiding the truth behind veils and vows. No documents confirm she was royal, but none disprove it. She received royal treatment. Her pension was generous, and she lived under the king's watchful protection. Why would Louis XIV fund a nun so lavishly? Why was she cloistered so young? Why did she live in a convent tied to the crown? The questions lingered, unanswered, decade after decade. This isn't just court gossip. This is a cultural scandal. A queen, a black dwarf, a love affair, an illegitimate child, all hidden under powdered wigs and painted ceilings. This story blends royal obsession, racism, secrecy, and control. A black girl in the white world of Versailles. Born in the shadows, raised in whispers, remembered in rumors. Did Maria Theresa really fall in love with her dwarf page? Did she bear his child? And did the most powerful court in Europe erase them both to save face? Stay with us, we'll dive deeper. But first, comment where you're watching from, like the video, share it, and subscribe. This is Legacy Files, where history gets real. Let's continue. You're watching Legacy Files, the only place that dares ask, what did Versailles hide behind its golden gates, and who paid the price for royal secrets? Louise Marie-Thérèse was more than a nun. She was a symbol of race, power, and secrecy in a world that paraded people like trophies, then erased them when they got too real. She lived in the convent at Moret, had visibly African features, spoke of the dauphin as her brother, and received a royal pension for life. She wasn't just another cloistered soul. Louis XIV paid her 300 livres annually. Why? That kind of money wasn't for humility. It was hush money, or a favor to a daughter the crown couldn't publicly claim. She was called the Black Nun of Moret, but behind the veil, she was Versailles' most haunting mystery. Her skin said everything the king refused to. Where was Nabo, the dwarf page said to be her father? The story goes, once the child was born, he vanished. Some say he was killed, others say he became the man in the iron mask. Too far-fetched, perhaps, but it's Versailles, where even truth dressed like theatre, where dwarfs entertained the bored and secrets were locked in velvet-lined rooms. The official story: the queen gave birth to Marie-Anne in 1664. The baby died. Full stop. But why does Louise's birth match the same date? Why the secrecy? Why the royal money? Some said the queen was cursed, others that she sinned. They claimed her baby turned black from fright. Superstition met racism in the most royal of nurseries. What's clear is this: Louise existed. She lived like no other nun. She had influence, privilege, visitors of stature, and mystery wrapped around her like a second habit. She was visited by the king's mistress, by Voltaire, by bishops, treated not as a curiosity but as someone precious. That wasn't random. That was legacy management. French society loved exoticism, but feared scandal. A queen birthing a black child. That was too much, so the story was silenced. But it never died. The whispers kept echoing. No DNA, no royal decree, no confession. Just a woman hidden in a convent, with a royal pension, and enough clues to keep historians debating for centuries. So we ask you, was she a symbol of court racism, used and discarded? Or was she royalty, erased from history because of the color of her skin? Let's be real, Louis XIV had many mistresses. He acknowledged many illegitimate kids. But not this one. Why? Because her mother was the queen. And her father, a dwarf servant. That union, if true, would have shattered everything. It would have mocked the idea of divine monarchy. So they buried it in habits, silence, and thick court velvet. But even velvet rots, the truth peeks through. Louise's story survived for a reason. It mattered, she mattered. Because her presence threatened the illusion of Versailles. You won't find her statue in the gardens, or her name in the king's lineage. But walk through Versailles and she's there in every mirror that reflects more than just whiteness. Legacy isn't just built on battles or bloodlines. It's built on secrets. On the people erased because they didn't fit the portrait. Louise was one of them. So we ask again, was Louise Marie-Thérèse the Queen's hidden daughter? Was Nabo the most dangerous man at court? Or was it just fear that created a queen's worst rumor? Tell us what you believe. Do you think the Black Nun of Moret was royal? Or just a footnote inflated by gossip? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you love real history, the unfiltered, unwashed kind they don't put in textbooks. Share it with someone who loves royal scandals, and hit subscribe. Join us here on Legacy Files, where we dig up the dead truths buried under silk, mirrors, and powdered lies. History is more than names and dates. It's secrets like this one. Secrets that say more about a kingdom than its wars ever did. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay skeptical, stay tuned.